Hello everyone. I know it's been a while. I'm just doing a very... how do I start this? Hello, it's Kevin. You can also call me Beefo. Welcome to Beyond Polygons. It's a YouTube channel. It's generally gaming related. Today, I just wanted to record this for the footage just so I could have it in case anything goes wrong along the way. But as you all know, I'm a big fan of the Nintendo GameCube, so what I wanted to do today is mod this thing. My GameCube. This is my childhood GameCube. It is a model, if you can see on it, a model DOL001, if you can see on there. Let me see here. Yeah, model DOL001. I mean, it's a pretty original model. It's pretty close to the starting one. I'm going to be modding it today because, well, I play all my GameCube games on my Wii as opposed to the GameCube. But what I really want to take advantage of with the GameCube is this, the Game Boy player. I'm sure many of you know what this is if you're a GameCube fan like myself, or if you're a GBA fan like I am. I've been digging a lot of the GBA recently. I've been playing some Advance Wars on my SP, but my SP doesn't charge anymore. It doesn't hold a charge. I have to play it plugged in. Kind of sucks. And I want to be able to record GBA footage again in a nicer way. Turns out first off, this doesn't record. First and foremost, this doesn't read discs as well as it used to anymore. And it turns out the software that the Game Boy player comes with doesn't do a good job of actually recording, or doesn't do a good job of making the games look good. It's actually kind of blurry, kind of muggy, and there's been some third-party software that's been invented, or that's been created to record, or at least to recreate a GBA's output a little bit better. Yes, this GameCube is not in the best shape. I was spending a little bit of my morning trying to deal with some of the dust and the sticker residue that has been on it from when I was a kid. I stuck a bunch of stickers on it, and even now just trying to get the stickers off, I scratched the crap out of it because I was using a knife to try to get all of that residue off, and some isopropyl alcohol. It didn't do as great as I thought, but you know what? I figure at the end of the day, if this doesn't go over well, I have all the footage for how I did it and what was going on. I have a video over here on my second monitor that I'm going to be watching just to go over how I'm doing this and how everything is, how I'm going to be installing these things. As for the things I have here, some of this has my address on it, but I will be modding it with the GCLoader. This is a mount that's going to replace the disk drive, and it's going to allow me to put an SD card in it, which I will record all of that too, changing the SD card and formatting it and all that, just so it'll read an SD card and the GameCube will think it's reading a disc, even though it's actually reading the SD card instead, and then we can put stuff on it. And then the other things I'm going to be doing, these don't really require any mods at all, but you need mods for the GameCube to be able to read it. And that is an SD to SP2 adapter, and I got a little micro SD to go with it. That is going to go into the serial port. This is where the Game Boy player plugs in. But in here is your serial port 2. This will go into there with an SD card, and with the use of software called Swiss, it'll be able to read what's on this SD card. So I'm excited to try this all out. I also have a mount that I got. It's in this box. I haven't really, hopefully I didn't show my address there. But I have or it's not really my address, but where I picked it up rather. But this is a mount that's gonna make it so that there isn't just like an empty hole here where the disk drive is. And it'll kind of just make it so I can just put the SD card right into here. Otherwise, because the GCLoader is just like a circuit board, and it's going to be somewhere in the components of it there. Anyway, let's just get started. Let's see how this goes. I am kind of excited. I've also got some game bit screwdrivers here. These are designed to take apart GameCubes. I've already tested it to make sure this works, and it should go right down into here. And yeah, it's grabbed a screw. Here we go. me get this video going actually as well, just so I know where we're going through to.
This will save you where plug and play. Make sure that your cables are disconnected from the system and flip over your GameCube, removing any covers. Now remove the 4 security screws with the 4.5mm Game Bit drive. Turn on the GameCube and slowly lift off the top cover.
Okay, so that's what we do first. We're going to take off these 4 screws and we're going to lift off the cover. That's how this starts. I'm very worried. If anything goes wrong throughout all this, another reason why I'm recording all this footage is just so in case anything goes wrong, I'll have it all recorded and we can see where things went wrong. And now I gotta get those screws out, which is weird. Why would they do that? That's one. Yeah, that comes right off. Although I missed that screw, doesn't come off all the way. It's the second screw. Oh, there's one stuck in it. And where's the last one? Is it this one? This is the plug and play version of it, so it should be pretty easy to actually take apart. There it is. Wow. Who would have thunk? Who would have thunk? GameCube just came apart like that. That last screw fell out down there. So there's 3 screws there. This is the inside of a GameCube. Wow. It's quite dusty in there, like I said. It's my childhood GameCube. Where's this video go from here?
Now gently pull back on the controller port assembly and the rear covers, and they should easily come off.
You can see it's actually just kind of held on there. You can see it's kind of just held on here by these little tabs here. And you said just gently pull forward on it. That's what you said. That's what the video said. I have to pull right kind of there. Where is it? Is it here? Where am I pulling off? Let me watch him do that again, just to make sure I'm not pulling on the wrong spot. Tabs right there, it comes off a lot nicer. And there's a ribbon cord there. I do have some needle nose pliers I can grab really quick. I can unplug that. That comes off there, and this comes off the back there. I didn't mention that I have the digital port on here. If I get the EOS HD attachment thing, I should be able to get that off. Oh, this is definitely way too big for that. I might have to get a smaller. Oh yeah, I'm gonna need a way smaller screwdriver to get those off. Alright, so now I have a really small one. I know these are the hardest screws to deal with, are these little guys right here. Don't you love when you start unscrewing a screw that's been, I'm going to say screw a lot in this sentence. Don't you love when you unscrew a screw that hasn't been unscrewed for a long time, and that first turn is always just like, whoo! How did you remove the fan assembly? I just want to see him take off that fan. Oh, he just...
Remove the side.
Okay, that just came off like that, eh? No, he unscrewed it. Oh, okay, well, they're, like... all these screws, because they've never been unscrewed, because I've never taken apart my GameCube before. Ever. Oh, that's not out yet. It's right there. It's right at the end. There it is. So those screws were going to be the hardest. I don't know if I need any more of those big ones. I'm going to switch to my bigger screwdriver now. Oh, or not. What? Is that really not going to go? This is the Phillips. Oh, there it is. Oh, come on now. is. That little snap sound right at the beginning. Okay, so now I can... Did I get them all? Yeah, it looks like I did. Here it comes. There it goes. That's it. That's the optical drive assembly right there.
Turn over the assembly and remove the 6 screws holding the drive.
Oh, look at that heat sink right there.
Time to install the GCLoader. Insert the GCLoader as
Oh, hang
shown.
on, hang on. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You went way too fast there.
The assembly and remove the 6 screws holding the drive.
Okay, remove these 6 screws holding the drive. All this dust. Woo! I may try to actually clean some of that. It's another one of these really tiny ones though, which suck. Because, oh, okay, they're not. Okay, get those started at least. Oh, thank God. Can't really see what I'm doing there. Put this over here. I don't have a lot of space on my desk. And you know what? I'm just gonna move these boxes to the floor. That'll give me a bit more space. That goes. And that is a GameCube disk drive. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I'm just going to put it with the top of the GameCube for now. Once I take some of these boxes apart, I'll probably leave it in one of the boxes. I am just going to very quickly give this a wipe down. Inside the GCLoader is just a paper bag, and inside that paper bag is some screws, a quick setup guide, and there it is, and an anti-static shield. Alright, here we go. GCLoader coming at you. I don't know what the proper way was to open this, but how was I supposed to open that? That top off. And there it is, the GCLoader. Got an SD card slot there, and it is just going to sit right on that. You're gonna hope that this port here goes through this hole, because it'll sit right into there once it's done. Does it just float like that? Does it really just float? It doesn't go in the hole? I guess it's got a nice riser on it. Okay. Yeah, so it's just going to sit like that.
As shown, and install the 3 screws provided with the loader.
And just going to use
notice the loader came with 1 washer.
It did come with 1 washer. It did come with 1 washer. Alright. So I've got to flip this whole thing and screw it on like, oh god. Those little screw covers are like sticking everything. Alright. So there we go. That's the GCLoader sitting on that. Now, looks okay. It was just because there was this button on it right here. And this button was making that noise, and that was probably what that noise was. Alright. So now, we're probably going to be moving on to the mount. This is from Laser Bear. By the way, everything I'm using here, links in the description, of course. Although, who knows about how the stock for any of these things are really going to last. I don't know how much demand there is anymore, and they sell out all the time, especially the GCLoader. Because I was waiting for it, and I got in right as it went up for sale. I had the site and I kept refreshing it. I even got in before the guy made an announcement. I was just like, I got right in there, and I saw the page was up, I saw the order form was there, and I just ordered it. And I was like, you know what, if he gets mad at me, whatever, he just refunds me, right? So that took the longest to get here though, because it comes all the way from the Netherlands, which, I mean, would love to visit that country. And Laser Bear is based out of Nebraska, to which, I don't know what it is with you Americans, but you used a fuck ton of tape. Jeez, this thing is like surrounded in tape. Oh, it's ripped now. Jeez, just open, man. There it is. That is the Laser Bear mounts. And this, with its ribbon SD extender, is going to plug into this, like it is the SD card. Is that as far in as it goes? I can't tell. I'm just going to watch the video really quick, and it goes in like that. Whoops. Seems to be as far in as that goes. And then this is just going to line it up with the holes. Like that. Can I get this cable to be a little more straight if I go through that way? Because I don't want to bend the ribbon cable too much. Is that in good? Yeah, I don't think I can get in any better than that. It won't go in any farther. One more time. We're just gonna pull it out, push it back in. Yeah, I can see it kind of reach the back end of that. That's as far in as it goes. And then you're just gonna sit it on top of that, like that. And it's gonna fit into all those holes. As you can see, it lines up with the holes perfectly. We're going to flip it back over. And then we're going to screw those in with the holes. Those were the tiny holes. Those are the tiny screws, if you remember. Hey, you know what? That's pretty sturdy. All things considered, that's in, and it's pretty sturdy on there. I'm just gonna keep it like that. And you'll see in there the SD card slots in there. That's the extender, because now you can just put the SD card in here, and it'll extend it all the way down there. You can kind of reach it if you needed to adjust that, but it should be okay. Now,
Secure the housing back on the GameCube. You can now reassemble your...
and I do have that correct, right? Let me take a look at his video one more time. Yes, that looks precisely the same. This goes right up against that edge. GCLoader sticking out there. Now the whole thing is going to come back on top. Look at that. Look at that. It just comes back together. Oh. And luckily all the screws line up for that one. So that's a game bit. I gotta grab all the non-game bits, but they're all big-headed screws at least. Let's start with that. Now what's weird is like this just sits on here. Oh yeah, because that went into that. There it is. Had to push down on it because that needed to go into its little plug there. What's nice is I'll be able to use original hardware, which is what matters to me. There we go. That holds beautifully. Wow. And then this is just going to sit back. Can I get this wire to sit nicely? Seems like it does. That just snaps into place like this. Looks good. This does the same thing on this side. Damn. Look at that. And then this just comes in on top. Here it is. And that just sits like that. Damn. Look at that. Flip the whole thing over. We're gonna go back to the game bits. Look at it. There it is. And you'll see that the said it was an indigo. The color's not quite right. I should have tried to get a color that would match, or like maybe complement it a bit better. But as you can see, that's where the SD card's gonna go. And I haven't done anything with this SD card yet, but just for and it goes. And out it goes. Easy. See. In and out. You can do it. And if you had extra SD cards, you can place them there. So you can hold on to them and then you can put it back. You can order it without. Whoa, excuse me. You can order it without these if you want it to be like a little bit more cleaner. But there it is. Just like that. Now, theoretically, we're done with this. I'm going to just take these screws out of the way. I'm going to just clean up a little bit.
Disk utility. If you're on Windows.
Okay, well first let's get these discs formatted, or these SD cards formatted. So this first one, this is I used to use this for, go up a layer. And we're just going to format. We're going to make it a FAT32. You can also make it an exFAT, but I'm just going to go with FAT32. I'm going to say GCLoader. GC Swiss. Don't make it a quick format. Do a regular one. Max capacity. And start. Yep, I don't care what was really on it. It's fine. Whatever it was, it's gone now. There's probably some pictures I took, I think. Okay, so theoretically, because these are .dol files. .dol are the files that will actually run on a GameCube. I'm not sure if I need to put all of these on the same SD card. If I need to put all those files on there. But this is the one we're looking for. So I'm going to copy pasta this into this SD card. And then the other SD card, which if you remember, I'm going to rename this scene really quick. Just rename this to this SD card is going to have all the stuff that goes into the bottom here. And again, I'm going to have to do some mod with. I'm going to have to format it and everything. But it should all be good. You can get this ready, honestly. I'm curious to see, while I'm waiting for that to format, I'm curious to see how this all fits. I've heard there's some issues with how these fit together. Like they may not fit, it may not fit into the slot as well as you think it will. But theoretically, it tells you this side face the inside. You can read that. It says this side's face inside, and the other side says this side face outside. You can read that. And it should just slide right into here. Will it fit nicely though, is the question. Oh, that fits perfectly. Oh yeah. I've heard that it can be loose for some people, which is good. Alright, so that fits beautifully. This I actually just bought on Amazon. I don't know about the links we're going to have to use for this, but it seems like this is actually a very easy circuit board to get printed in mass. Because you can just find them on Amazon and stuff, which is kind of insane when you think about it. I was trying to see... I guess you just got to run the .dol files, but then extracting the archives here... Make sure you copy the entire content, including subfolders, to whatever media you're playing from. There we go. Key of note. I have to put the entire thing onto here, which I will. So... Make sure you copy the entire content, including subfolder, to whatever media you're playing them from, or Swiss won't detect the file properly and other features won't be available. Okay, these contain borders and enhancements. Let's download that too. Let's download that while we're at it. Okay, so I'm supposed to just put this. You're going to copy it over to here, and you're going to change the title of this to just boot. So that's currently what the file is. It just says boot.iso. It's supposed to be capital B.
You put your ISO or input game file straight to the root, but I decided to make a folder called games to keep the inner. You can put your ISO or input game file.
I can't tell if this video is like kind of low quality. Is that a capital B? No, it's a lowercase b. Okay, because you never know. Computers might care about that. All right. So then. That's all he put in on it. It was just boot. I'm going to make a folder on here called games. Although I'm not going to put anything on it yet. But that's it. With that done, I'm going to eject that. It's out. And then we're going to format this other one. And that's this. And again, you're going to format it. And we're going to make it a FAT32. We're going to call this one SD to SP2 because it's an SD card to serial port 2. Probably just do a quick format even. Yep, there's nothing on it. I'm going to do a quick format on that one just to make it easier. And we're going to open that one up again. We're done with this one. We're going to go back into that GBI. Now apparently you need to put all of this into here. So I'm going to make a folder on it. New folder GBI. And I'm going to put the entire contents of it into that folder. Alright, and that should be done. So then you do that, and then you eject that. And I'll pull it out. We're going to switch back to this cam. I've already ejected everything. This is going to come out again. This is going to go. I'm going to pull this. These things are so. Come on. That's what you get when you don't have nails. Oh, there we go. That comes out. This is going to go in. Like that. I just want to make sure it's in there pretty good. And again, this side faces inside, if you can read that. It says this side faces inside right there, which means it's going to sit in precisely like that. It's a little loose, but I'm going to assume that when you put this back on, it's going to hold it into place pretty well. There we go. And then I'm going to put my Game Boy player back on top of that. It should sit in there all right. good. And then this is what's gonna go right into there. Oh, this GameCube looks so bad on camera. Looks so dusty, so dirty. But there we go. Theoretically, this should be done. This should be ready to go. Let's hope everything goes according to hand. Let's enjoy some of these gummy bears that Laser Bear sent me. Albanese, world's best, gluten-free, fat-free, low sodium. And they're called gummy bear cubs because they're baby ones. So many flavors. Due to size of bag, may not contain all 12 flavors. Well, then don't advertise it as 12 flavors, bro. Jeez, weirdo. State of your business card. I'm gonna hold on to that because you never know when you might need one of those. All right. So now we're gonna jump back over to main cam. All right, and then we're back on the main camera here. So let's see how this goes. We're gonna plug it into this TV over here. Let's hope it all let's hope it all works. Elgato. Just grab all this dust while I'm in here. Look at that. Look at that. It worked. We've got a firmware update available. We'll worry about updating firmware and all that later. But there it is. All right, so editing Kevin here, just taking the time to. That's it. It's done. It works. It totally works. As you can see here, I'm going through the Swiss menu. I'm switching over to the SD to SP2. As you can press B button and you can change what file location you're looking at, I guess is the best way to describe it. And yeah, I'm running Fire Emblem Sacred Stones here, of course. This was one of the games I actually wanted to play on it because I forget if Sacred Stones has been ported to the Wii U Virtual Console or not. Doesn't matter. Now I can play on my physical cartridges again. And this looks a lot better than the Game Boy player, and it doesn't have those gaudy borders around it or anything. I can even like zoom in on it and change the screen position and stuff, which is pretty interesting that this GBI, as it's called, the Game Boy interface software can do. But yeah, I'm really happy with how this came out. I know I kind of just slapped this video together just because I just wanted to have the whole process recorded just for shits and giggles, really. But hey, we've done it, and I'm surprised the whole thing works. So thanks for watching. If you watched all of this, if it was helpful, if it was helpful for you, let me know. Yeah. See you later, I guess.